Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. Shout out to you. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Let's get into some things. Now, I am a YouTuber who I don't really like to do a lot of content based on stories that everybody and their mama is covering. Like every other post is about this situation, and my DMs is flooded with it as well. The only reason I'm doing this video is simply because my DMs are flooded with it, but don't expect me to do like a lot of updates on this because again, I really don't like to. I'm more of a unique story type of person. I just don't like to touch on stuff that literally everybody is talking about. But with that being said, let's get into it. So, Jay-Z is being sued in an amended lawsuit based on a story that he violated a girl that was alleged to be 13 at the time. So, this is a clip from CNN, and it says, a woman who alleges she was blank assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs has amended her lawsuit to include allegations that she was also assaulted by Jay-Z at the same party. The lawsuit was initially filed against Combs in October, but on Sunday, the woman added Sean Carter, the rapper and businessman known as Jay-Z, as a defendant in the civil lawsuit. So basically, she was going after Diddy in a pile-on to sue him, and then they decided to add Jay-Z's name after the fact. Now, let's get into what she is alleging as her claims in this lawsuit, and let's get into the particulars. So, this is supposed to be a situation that happened in the early 2000s where it was at a VMA Awards after party. And she was saying that she was at this VMA's after party at the age of 13. And when she was 13, you know, some nefarious things was going on at this event. Now, let me pull up the website where it has the information. And let's get into it. No, that's not the right. All right, I had it right there. All right, boom. So let's go here. So it says, the lawsuit claims that in 2000, when Doe was 13, Combs and Carter AR'd her at a house party after the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. The lawsuit says a friend dropped her off. Hold on. Okay, I'm making sure what I see is what y'all see. All right. The lawsuit says that a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. She did not have a ticket, and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after party. One driver, the lawsuit says, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to a party after the show and told her to return to his car later in the evening after he transported Carter and Combs, the suit says. Later, the driver picked her up, the suit says, and after 20 minutes, they arrived at a white house with a U-shaped driveway. She had to sign a document she believed was a non-disclosure agreement on arrival and did not receive a copy to enter the party, which the suit says was filled with celebrities and people doing Mary Jane and the cocaina. It says she was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. She went into a room to rest. Shortly afterwards, the suit says Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You are ready to party." That's when she alleges that Carter removed her clothes, held her down, and AR'd her while Combs and an unnamed female celebrity watched. She says Combs also AR'd her as Carter and the woman looked on. The suit says that she was able to resist being forced to perform oral on Combs, by hitting him in the neck and that he stopped. So she's saying basically she chucked him in the neck, and that's what got everything to stop. Let's see what else it says. It says the suit says that she was okay. So she was okay. So she hit him in the neck, and then it says after the alleged assault, the suit says that she grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to a gas station where she called her father. The accuser is seeking unspecified damages. The lawsuit is filed under New York's Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. My only heartbreak is for my family, Carter said in a statement. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence, etc. So those are her claims. She's saying that she went to a VMA after party. She was basically soliciting herself to any limousine that would pick her up. And then once she got picked up by Combs' driver, she went to this party. She took some drink from somebody. She felt woozy. And she said that they took advantage of her. Now, since she has come forward with this allegation, Jay-Z has vehemently denied the claim. So let me go to the Neighborhood Talk to pull up where he is denying the allegation and saying that this is a frivolous lawsuit. And he is alleging that this is a blackmail attempt and a shakedown. So this is what his attorney had, or this is the statement that is made in response. And it says, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrical. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Buzbee. But I promise you, I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to the victims of this world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in a costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the projects of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics. Ooh, child, did he throw shade at Sloan Bella? What's her name? Sloan? He said, Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake psychics will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. So that was Jay-Z's response to the allegations that he diddled a 13-year-old, and he is standing 10 toes down against this situation. Now, the attorney, I believe, in my opinion, whether the allegations are true or not, I'm not sure to what degree is true or not, and I would never put it past anybody. However, I'm willing to agree that this particular attorney does appear to be an ambulance chaser, and he does appear to just be throwing whatever allegations out there. Now, whether the allegation is true or not, that's yet to be determined by hopefully a criminal suit, or the details will be in this civil suit that they have filed. But I agree with Jay-Z as it pertains to the fact that this guy is slimy, and he just does not seem credible to me at all. He just seems like a person who will take any allegation to try to strong arm these celebrities. Now, for me, again, I'm not sitting here saying that the story is not true, is unfounded. I don't know. I wasn't there. My daughter is 11. I can't imagine my 11-year-old being outside of the VMAs. I mean, my 11-year-old, who's soon to be 13, be outside of the VMAs soliciting herself to limousines. But there are parents who allow their children to be loose and outside, and there are men who prey on young girls. So I will not sit here and defend Jay-Z in that regard and say that it's not true. I don't know whether it's true or not, but I stand on feeling that this attorney is an ambulance chaser, and I stand on my belief that this attorney is a slimy individual. And had this lawsuit been brought by a person that has integrity, an attorney that had a better track record, then I would kind of, give it a little bit more weight. But we will definitely see how this turns out. And that's just that on that. Now, let me go to the response. And this is what he had to say. All right, he says, regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Okay. So this is where, like, a lot of people, I'm with basically just being for real. Like, be for real about your intentions. Your intentions is to get money, okay? Your intentions is to demand that he pay up. So if you want me to take you or your client serious, be for real about your intentions. Lying in this statement talking about, we just sent a demand, we didn't want a penny. Like, be for real. You wanted income, and that's why you put this lawsuit out, or else you would not have put this lawsuit out. Where did the damn thing go? Hold on. How my thing disappear? Hold on, y'all. What? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Child. I'm like, what? All right, let me pull up what he said. So yeah, so that's just my only caveat about it. Like, if we gonna be anything, be for real. If you gonna get him for, like, shake his pockets. Like, be for real. Cause when you start BSing, that's when I start feeling like, you're full of it. So, anyways, it says, regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. So what was y'all going to talk about in the confidential mediation? What's the point of the lawsuit if you don't want no money? Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations in the complaint file, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. And again, my whole thing is, if you are an attorney with integrity and you are zealously defending your clients, I'm all here for it. But don't try to package a money grab or a shakedown as anything other than what it is. Like, you want to say that you don't want to litigate this in the media, but you're the same one who is doing press conferences, trying to do victim hotlines, and taking on any case that just tells you a story. Like, let it be what it is. We coming for your neck, and you feel strongly that your client's claims have validity, and you coming for them pockets. Period. Like, be for real if you're going to be anything. That's my whole thing. Like, don't try to sit here and act like, oh, we're just going to settle this in court and we're not going to play this out in the media. Everything you do is for the media. Everything that you do has been for the media. Like, be for real. If we going to be anything, be fucking for real. But again, if any of these celebrities, if they did any of the allegations and they did any type of vitriol or anything to a minor, then they deserve whatever comes at them. I just don't like this era that we are in social media, to where anybody could say anything and there is really no, like, it doesn't require you to have any type of proof at all. I feel like that's dangerous waters, no matter who it is. A lot of people are using the fact that Cassie and Diddy's situation as validation for every other situation. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, Diddy denied Cassie at first, so they're making that situation mean that every other situation must mean it's true if you either know Diddy or if you either just been in the same room with him or whatever. And I just don't like those type of slippery slopes that these kind of waters go down. I feel like if you are a victim, you deserve justice in court. I believe that you deserve your day in court, and I believe that you deserve to face your abuser. But I just feel like you should have some type of proof. I don't care. Like, if you claim that's victim blaming, it is what it is. I feel like you should, if you're going to make such a serious allegation, you should be able to prove it to some degree. Now, obviously, there is no like handbook on, like, some things just happen, and I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't situations to where you get caught up in, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have proof, but there are some situations to where I don't know. It should just have some type of more weight to it. Um, but there is a split down the middle. And regardless of the outcome of this allegation and the unfortunate thing about the climate that we are in right now, hold on, let me read this comment. You said, so you basically want to wait, what? So you basically want hold on. So you basically want a woman to charge a man and basically go off what she says and he be in jail? What? What? Michael Jordan, give Michael Jordan back his name and make sense when you writing me, okay? And comprehend what I'm saying also, because where did I say that at? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Give Michael Jordan his name back and make sense when you in my comments, okay? But anyways, what was I saying? He made another post. Bixby made another post. Let me go to it and find it. He said something about him being in the military. I think, was it the Shade Room that posted it? Hold on. There was another post by the Buzbee guy. Hold on. I think it was his on his Instagram. Oh, here we go. All right, so this is the post that he made on his Instagram. Let me pull it up. All right, so this was his response as well. It says, recognize this guy. This is a picture of the weapons platoon commander, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 4th Marines from our old Western Pacific cruise book. Despite a coordinated and aggressive effort that has included harassing my kids, contacting my clients and former clients to encourage them to sue me, contacting my colleagues or former employees asking if I've abused them, showing up at my current employees' homes to harass them, filing frivolous cases against me and my law firm, defaming me with outrageous assertions to anyone who will listen, and having mysterious people follow me and my family. I'm still that guy. I mean, to me, honestly, it sounds like the pot calling the kettle black. And I'm going to stand on it. I don't care what happens with these celebrities at the end of the day. If they did it, they did it. But Tony Buzbee, I'm not buying what you selling. All of these people on the internet could be gullible as far as just believing anything that somebody say just because it sounds egregious and heinous and they want to believe the worst in all of these celebrities. Have at it. But just know there are people like me who read through the BS and call a spade a spade. And this is the pot calling the motherfucking kettle black if I ever seen so myself. They making allegations against me and they're saying that's what you're doing to other people. Like, what? That's literally what you're doing. That's literally what you're doing. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I won't be bullied or intimidated. People will see through this effort to discredit me and my clients, and the truth will be revealed. I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, and I am quite certain the sun is coming. So that is what he had to say in response, and he posted that 13 hours ago. after this lawsuit came to light and after it started to make headlines. There was also other opinions from other celebrities. Let me see who else said something. Meek Mill chimed in, 50 Cent chimed in, Lil Duval chimed in. I'll post what they said real briefly, but honestly, I really don't care what the other celebrities have to say about it. I mean, it's not gonna move me or change my opinion or whatever. Um, Let me see. Oh, hold on. Where's the? Oh, there we go. All right, so this 50 Cent. Hold on. Let me make it smaller. All right, there we go. All right, so 50 Cent chimed in and he said, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we going to still have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. So if you guys don't know, Jay-Z is a person in charge of getting the talent for the Super Bowl. And he is the one who basically picked Kendrick to perform at the Super Bowl. And 50 Cent is questioning whether or not the Super Bowl is still going to be happening as it pertains to these new allegations and things like that. If you guys are watching this video and have not hit the like button, I mean, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, then where can you go? I mean, why you ain't hit the like button yet? Period. Like, stop playing with me. Who else commented? Meek Mill also chimed in, and this is what Meek Mill had to say. The goal is to start a false narrative to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. American media is totally unbelievable. I see Jay-Z blank blank a 13-year-old girl 300 times scrolling. It's called programming. And then he said it's the wrap-up smear. Okay? So he feels like it is a smear campaign. And then Lil Duval chimed in, and Lil Duval says they put out the most outrageous accusations and y'all just automatically believe it. And that is what Lil Duval had to say as well. What do you think, though? You guys who are watching, do you believe that is true or not true? I seen people pulling up when Jay-Z slapped that girl in the dressing room. I seen people pulling up all kind of stuff just to give it credence. And I don't know. I'm just like, we are very, 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 very moving into a direction that I understand people feel like, okay, they get entertainment out of a lot of it, right? A lot of people get entertainment out of certain allegations, and they get entertainment in the idea that these celebrities, that they are billionaires or whatever, they get entertainment in seeing their downfall. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, like, you got to think about the climate that it's starting with the celebrities first, but this is a very slippery slope for anybody. It's a very slippery slope for anybody that has any type of name, because once the allegation is out, even if, let's say for instance, Jay-Z goes to court, he wins. Right? And let's say it's proven by a court and a jury of whomever's peers that the allegation or they deem it to be not true, right? No matter what the outcome is, there are going to be people who say they believe it no matter what. Oh, he's a billionaire, that they get their way, or no matter what the outcome is, even if he shows proof, even if he shows a blood sample, even if he exonerates himself and says, hey, I'm this type blood type and it can't mix with this type blood type. I'm just saying BS, but I'm just saying it to make a point that no matter what the outcome is, once an allegation of this magnitude is out there, it is going to stand for the test of time, whether it's true or not true. And for me, in my opinion, I feel like this is a dangerous place to be in, that anybody with any type of celebrity or fame or anything, that anybody could just put out anything and it doesn't have to be proven. That's just my whole point. Now, whether he did it, whether he's capable, I don't put nothing past no man. Okay? I don't put nothing past no man. I'm not about to windmill for none of these people and say they didn't, but when it's certain hands that are at the wheel, it make me side eye at a particular type of way. Now, if this was a credible attorney, somebody who had integrity and somebody who I believe really had the best interest of these victims at heart, then I would feel a little bit different. But at this moment, I'm taking this with a grain of salt. I don't care how anybody feels. I said what I said. I'm taking this lawsuit with a grain of salt as it pertains to this particular attorney. And again, people keep using the Cassie thing as credence. Cassie situation was not brought on by this ambulance chaser. The Cassie situation was brought on by her credible attorneys who brought forth this suit that had merit. Okay? So that's just that on that. I'm going to open up the StreamYard link in the chat, and you guys let me know what y'all think about it. But that's my piece on it. A lot of people wanted to hear my opinion on it, and that's just that on that. So that's what I feel. That's what I feel. That's what I think. I'm taking it with a grain of salt. Okay? Bring it on. It needs to come from a different attorney for me to give it any weight. And I'm sick of y'all using Cassie, because that was brought on by legitimate attorneys who actually had a valid claim and a legit argument for Cassie. Now, this dude is not Cassie's lawyer. This dude, I'm sick of people using one situation to validate a whole nother totally different situation. That's just irritating to me. But yeah, Blackheart said, all you fans is the problem. Who's the fan? I'm not a fan of Jay-Z. Y'all don't see me doing a lot of content on Jay-Z. His music is okay, but not a fan of a lot of these rappers. So try again. Y'all think that when no. Next. I feel how I feel based on how I feel. It don't got nothing to do with who the celebrity is. I'm not a part of the Beehive, and I'm damn for sure not a fan, I guess, of Jay-Z. I don't have an issue with him. I don't have a problem with him. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? But it's not, I'm not checking for Jay-Z. I don't give a damn. But I put the link in the chat. I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear what y'all got to say. Is this Damn?
This D-Ham. How you doing, Nick?
Oh, you need to break that up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You got to break it up with a period or something. But D-Ham, what's up? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you.
And I've been following you for some time. I want to just say that I think I totally agree with you.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. You said what?
I totally, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree with you. We don't want to assume that he's innocent either, but the way that these young men are being targeted, and they're the way that it's coming about, it makes it looks really like it is a total it seems
Your phone is going in and out.
Can you?
Yeah, go ahead. You
I'm
said
sorry.
what?
Yeah, yeah. My bad. My phone is ringing. Give me a second. I may have to drop down and come back because somebody's trying to call me. But
Okay.
I just think I agree with you. Okay. Thank you. Thanks
Okay.
for having me.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Before I bring on the next person, let me respond to this real quick. Hold on. Let me see. What's the next BS that I seen? Aunt Moving says, Neek, you don't like the lawyer, so you downplaying the victim. Just read the story and stop pushing your agenda. You could go to any article and read the damn story for your goddamn self. The reason why you clicked on my video is because you want to hear the opinions of anybody who is having a YouTube video about it. Because if you didn't want to hear somebody's opinion, so let's swap out agenda with opinion, then you would simply just go type in Google and type in the article and read it for your damn self. What are you here for, trying to listen to what I have to say? At all, like, what are we talking about here? You came here for my opinion. You just mad because my opinion don't match yours, or else you wouldn't be on a YouTube video listening to see what somebody got to say, because you could easily go and pull up these documents, pull up Google, and read for yourself. What are you here for if you don't want to hear somebody's opinion? You just don't like my opinion about it. And yes, I don't like the attorney. The attorney is an ambulance chaser, in my opinion, and I stand on that. And anybody who brings forth a lawsuit through this particular attorney, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. I said what I said. Be mad, stay mad. And at the end of the day, like I said, if the situation is true, then hey, let the courts play out. But this particular attorney, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt until I see otherwise. Period. Okay? And you could victim shame, victim blame narrative all you want. I said what I said. I don't care. Now, Key, what's your thoughts?
Hello, first of all, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Yes, I totally agree with you on that aspect because uh,
Hello?
uh, hello, I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. I agree because I didn't like how the attorney just came off and just how he just came out and just said everything about Jay-Z. And first of all, I'm just noticing these claims. It's just like I understand people say, "Oh, our people got a problem with black people," but they're trying to tear down any black billionaire. As I'm starting to notice that. So I feel like once they have, if they have proof, then let the court sing, like you said. But also, how do you feel about Jaguar Wright, because she did bring up something like
Oh
this
Lord,
a
I
couple.
I don't entertain no type of a Jaguar conversation, child. I don't. And Jaguar, she lies on me in every interview that she mentions my name. She brings me up. She tells flat out lies. One of the lies she said about me was that I knew a juror in the Tory Lane situation, which was a flat out fucking lie. Didn't know nobody on the jury. Just makes up lies. So therefore, I'm not going to entertain anything that is an echo chamber of what been said on the internet years prior to her ever saying it. So, child, next, the next part of what else you want to talk about?
Okay. Yeah, because I did see her talk about that. And I was watching you when
Mm-hmm.
you were doing that Tory Lane story. You, girl, you did that. I was on that story. So, yes, I remember that. So, yeah, you look like you didn't know anybody. You was just on your own. So, yeah, I did see that. So, yeah, you did that. And um, yeah, on this situation, I'm just like, he just wanted a response, and Jay Z gave him a response. That's what I feel like too. He just wanted to tickle him, and he laughed. That's basically what it was. So now, now we're gonna see, because Jay Z don't respond to nothing, like nobody. So for him to say something, it's just like, okay, he like, nah, this is just too serious. So he got what he wanted. He wanted him to respond, and I feel like that's what the whole plan was.
All right. Thank you so much. Don't drop down. Wolverine Black Star, what's your thoughts?
Oh, good morning, first of all.
Good morning.
All right. Well, my thoughts is that this story is just utterly ridiculous. It's just the logistic. If you just take the logistics of the story alone, you realize this is you have to look past so much just to even think this story is anywhere credible. Let's break it down real quick, if you don't mind. I could do this in like 2 minutes, real quick.
All
We're
right,
talking about
wait. I'm gonna let you go. But one second. Shout out to the two super chats that I got. Thank you guys so much for sending in a super chat. Fola D says, Neek, there's a interview from Nas in the early 2000s with Wendy Williams on radio about Jay-Z and R. Kelly, and he accuses them of young girls. It's from 2002. Okay, send it to me if you have it. But go ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to read that. Oh, and it was another super chat from wait, what is it? Azure TV says it's given shakedown, sis. If this victim was at such a busy event after party, she could provide at least one photo of her being there. All right, thank you guys so much for the super chat. I just wanted to acknowledge those real quick before you went. But go ahead, Wolverine. I'm not gonna interrupt you no more. Go ahead.
no problem. You got to do your job. So my whole point is if you look at this logistically speaking, you realize this doesn't make any sense. First of all, you have to know how a music awards is set up. A lot of people have never been to a music award to understand. She said she snuck out of her house to go to the VMAs. First of all, the VMAs in New York, there's a million people trying to get in, from celebrities back down to groupies, from photographers. So there's a million people trying to get in. So for her trying to get in is nothing new, right? Even at age of 13, there's no way she's going to be able to get in. So for her to say that she just randomly got picked by Puff's driver that was sitting out there. Mind you, the driver has to go pick him and his entourage up, take them to wherever they're going, whatever paid event they got to go to before they go to any after hour spot. Because if you don't know, after every like music award or whatever, they have paid parties where these people get paid to show up at before they go to whatever private party that's even possible. So let's say logistically that she got to the party somehow. And somehow when she got in the party, because she had to go there with the driver, she didn't come with Puff or Jay, right? So she got there, then the driver got her into this private party and just and no one noticed that she was 13 and just let a 13-year-old rove all around. But then Puff somehow was able to find this woman, take her back to this private room with Jay, by the way. And if anyone knows Jay back in the year 2000, rolled with a huge entourage of people who wore 4XL clothing everywhere they went, right? He had to have security because he was in a lot of street issues as well. So Jay was not going anywhere by himself. And mind you, this is the same time he was around Aaliyah and he was around Beyonce. So everywhere he went, he had security. Right? So we're talking about Puff security and we're talking about Jay security. That's two layers of security. So you're talking about two layers of security that has to look the other way. And most of the security is like paid off-duty police officers. And you have them type of celebrities in that type of house. Outside is usually a paid off-duty security the police officer for security reasons, just in case groupies really decide to get crazy. Now she's saying that this incident happened and she was able to fight two grown men off, right? Run past, leave, get outside holding her dress like a towel in a party and nobody noticed, right? You tell me there's no security, their security, both Jay's and Puff security just lapsed away. She was able to run out, put her clothes on somewhere, then leave the house unnoticed, and then said she was able to walk to a gas station that she was familiar with, right? So, mind you, she said she was drugged at the party. So, all these things logistically doesn't make any sense. But let's go even further. She said she was raped by two grown men and had to go to a gas station and call, right? When she had called her father came. When her father came, then what happened? He came and saw his daughter disheveled and just took her home after she snuck out and said, "No, it's cool. I don't need any explanation. You're not going to the hospital. Nothing." The story doesn't matter, and this is all off the power of a 13-year-old at the time. It doesn't make any sense logistically speaking that this could have possibly happened in any real reality. There are so many people that's trying to be around these people at after parties. That's grown up producers. There's grown up women. That people who just want to be around for the money. That you telling me a 13-year-old girl was able to break the access that grown-ups can't, and to be able to get in the room with two of the most powerful people in music at the time? Come on. Once again, this is what's called a digital lynching. This story has started. They take aspects of a story that you're familiar with, and they take those breadcrumbs and they line it up. So they took the aspects of the Bill Cosby story that they liked. They're like, oh yeah, slip them the drink. If we put some in the drink, no one knows what happened. So that takes away the accountability in any situation. Cool. So we'll start using that, right? Well, we know Diddy. We got the video, so we know Diddy did that. All right. So you know what? If we join that with that, it's easy to correlate that all this was happening. All she has to do is say she took a drink, and it's good. The stories match up because logistically it's the same con. When you have the same con going over and over again, I'm not saying that Bill Cosby wasn't guilty. I'm not saying that Diddy has any issues that he has. You see what I'm saying? But this is starting to be a stretch when you have 114 people using the same MO. No one has that much time or energy on their hands to be able to do all this work that they're saying extracurricularly and still make $1 billion, which both of them did, and nobody said nothing throughout the whole entire 24 years? You telling me this man's been everywhere with his wife, been broke? I have whole albums about of cheating on his wife, and you never decide to come out and say, hey, these two dudes are great to me? It's logistically bananas. It's insane to think that we have to sit there and use these people and say they're victims when there's real victims out there that's not getting heard from. There's real victims that want their story to be heard and can't get their story heard from people in the industry that really did something to them. That have people like this guy who's only the most successful lawyer because he's the most successful ambulance chaser. Once again, it's slick extortion. That's all he's doing is slick extortion. So people like Switch B and people in your comment section that have a hidden agenda because they make profit off the dirty section of rumor. They say, you know what? As long as this person's guilty, everybody's guilty. And they can just start imagining, putting stories together when they have no actual truth, no actual facts. And logistically speaking, if you sat there like a real adult and say there's 24 hours in the day, how is it possible all these things to happen and no one else knows for 24 years? Come on, we're grown-ups. We have to call a victim, and we have to call a liar a liar. So when a liar comes out, it hurts every single victim. And to sit there and exploit, and mind you, and let's go back to the underlying thing, the black racist tropes that this lawyer is using of a hypersexual black man that can't control themselves. These are the sexual tropes that they're using, and then the underlying in these conversations.
All right. All right. Just some of the words are just,
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, so I hear what you're saying, and some of the points, logistically, I see where you're going with it. However, I'm gonna disagree with some of it, and I'm gonna just give you just a little pushback. Now, I'm from California. I've been to several celebrity parties, after award parties. I've been to several rooms with celebrities. I've dated celebrities, all of that, right? I have never been to a VMA after party in New York, so I can't speak to the climate in New York. I can only speak to the climate here in California. And all it takes to get into any of these parties is just simply to know somebody. Like, it's just simple as that. Like, and it's not hard to get into these parties. If you even sneaking into the party, it's not hard to get into them. I'm gonna just be honest with that point. Now, a lot of the parties out here in California, when it's like after a celebrity awards weekend or whatever like that, a lot of them will be at certain celebrities' mansions, right? And so I've been to, Jamie Foxx used to be one of the biggest people to throw like one of the most amazing parties out here after awards. Tyrese, even though he is Cry-Reese online, he used to always throw the dopest parties, Polo the Don. It was so many people that would throw these mansion parties, and all you had to do was know somebody. Like, as you get the invite, one of the homeboys, somebody, and you can get in. They're not IDing you, they're not carding you, they're not looking for any type of identification to prove your age at these particular parties. Now, as far as if it was at a club, then yeah, there are different layers, and you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the security won't secure the party. But what a lot of these security guards in certain atmospheres in these parties are looking for are weapons. If you know what I mean, they'll pat you down, look for a weapon, look to see if you holding anything like that. But other than that, they not really carding you. Or anything. Just that's the only pushback that I would give, just because I have experience going to these parties and I know that it don't take much to go to them. Like, you just need to know or be of the know or
That's the
whatever.
key, though.
But
That's
but but I will say that at any party that I have been to, I have never seen no little ass kids at the party. Like, I started going to these parties when I was an adult. And if you see a 13-year-old girl, a 13-year-old is a 13-year-old, whether it's 2000, the year 2000 or the year 2024. Like,
Mhm.
13-year-olds were even more 13 looking in the year 2000 than they are now. Now we got weave frontals and all that, where the 13-year-olds, you can, it's a gray area
Mhm.
with these young folk now. But the 13-year-old back in 2000 was every bit of the 13-year-old, and you like, they would literally stick out with a sore thumb. So I have been to a lot of celebrity parties. I have been to a lot of these mansion parties. It's not hard to get into. However, I myself personally have not witnessed no little kids walking around the damn party. So that's all I'll say and push back. But logistically, I understand some of the points that you did point out.
I do agree with you, because, but the key thing to what you said was that you have to know somebody. Because I've been to these kind of parties before, right? And I've seen women try to get in these parties, and they weren't dressed up to par, or they look like they were too thirsty or too intoxicated, and literally, if they look like they're gonna be a problem, they won't even let you in. So you have to know somebody and have to act the part as well. So it's kind of hard to think that 13-year-old so sophisticated that she was able to navigate her way, and not only into the party, but navigate her way into the room with two of the most powerful people in the world. One of them brought another woman in there. Nonetheless, they say they're trying to implicate witness B on the low, right? So it's crazy to think that that actually transpired in front of probably a whole house full of people, and nobody knows. I've been to several parties, from South Beach to Cali to New York, and I've never seen underage women running around. I've seen a lot of groupie women, yes. I've seen a lot of groupie men. I've seen a lot of people. Everybody just wants to be close to the ring. Everybody wants to, you go to Jamie Foxx party, and people want to stand close. Then I might not be with Jamie, but they want to stand close when he walks in the room and making jokes and just ha ha kiki. It's one of those type of things that everybody wants to be in the atmosphere of, getting closer to that particular person for whatever reason they're there for. So it's kind of hard to think that 13-year-old was able to navigate that kind of room and get into the room and then come out of that situation and not say, hey, something just happened to me, and everybody not immediately try to help in some kind of aspect. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my take on it. I just think that we really need to watch, well, how these stories are projecting into the media, and who's projecting these stories, and what they're trying to get out of these stories. Because if there's a huge financial windfall for these lawyers to keep projecting these stories, and you see they're putting out 800 numbers for it, I mean, that's just ambulance chasing 101. You only see 800 numbers for when you get in a car accident. You don't see that for real civil cases. These real civil cases on this level should come with with some kind of criminal process behind it, because you're sitting here saying that this happened. This is an actual criminal case. And in New York, just for people who don't know, in New York, this statutory rape is to this day. There's no statute of limitations on it. So they could file a legal. Can and it should have filed some kind of legal through the criminal judicial process on Mr. Carter, for lack of a better terminology. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way that these should try to sit there and send them demand letters to have a mediation for a lawsuit, and you haven't filed anything criminal, and they literally have a whole indictment on the person that you said that he's did this crime with. So it makes no sense that you wouldn't go to the Southern Eastern District and make her actually a key witness. And also to add, they can't go further with this lawsuit until after they finish adjudicating Diddy's lawsuit, because the criminal comes first. So him just putting Jay-Z's name in the civil is really extortion attempt, because he knows he can't even go through with the lawsuit until they finish with the Diddy lawsuit, because the criminal comes first.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
All right. Is there anybody else who wants to come up and give their opinion? I see my girl Ivy in the chat. Hey, boo. She said, child, these MFers are rich and predatory. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not denying that they, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to say that they don't like young girls, but I'm sure. Only thing I had to correct is, child, it ain't hard to get in these damn parties. It is not hard to get in these parties. That's the only thing I wanted to push back on because, child, I've been there, seen them. I saw, I conquered. Hey, girl. Click the link, Ivy. I want to know what you think. You don't have to be on camera. I'm not pulling nobody on camera. But I want to pull up maybe like one or two more people before I exit this live. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. If you have not hit the like button as of yet, I mean, if you can't go to Bella Noche's, then where do you go? I want to know what y'all are feeling. But you know, I already gave my thoughts on it. If nobody else wants to come up, then we will just end it there. But you know, it's a crazy time that we are in right now, for sure, because once the allegation is out, it is out. And no matter what the outcome is, people are going to have their mind made up. Oh, and there's another thing that I wanted to comment on too, where a lot of people have this ideology that if you defend yourself, then that means that you're guilty, which I am so sick of that conclusion. I feel like that is so ridiculous. People think that in order, like if somebody makes the most heinous allegation against you, that you're supposed to just let people just say whatever. And even if you feel like it's egregious or whatever, if you defend yourself in any way, then that means that you're guilty. I think that that is crazy. Also too, people who are saying that, oh, Jay-Z never responds, so because he responded to this situation, then that must mean that he's guilty. I think that that ideology is also ridiculous because at the end of the day, we see where this has gone with Diddy. Diddy did one lawsuit, and that one lawsuit turned into, it seems like millions, okay? So if you're a celebrity and you see where this is going, if you let one allegation of this magnitude fly, then guess what's going to happen? There's going to be another story and another story and another story. And because this allegation has gotten the media attention that it has gotten, I believe that there will be another story. But as a celebrity, if you see the climate of what's going on with one celebrity, it's wise to nip certain things in the bud. Like, please, you telling me a 13-year-old and I got 13-year-old children or daughters or whatever the case? Child, hold on, where's my phone? Hold on 1 second. Oh, hold on, wait. Who just called me? Oh, all right. But yeah, I believe that there will be another accuser, but I believe that Jay-Z is smart in nipping it in the bud right away. K-Mac, what's your thoughts?
Yes, I would say if a 13-year-old has sex with two grown men, she would need some hospital attention afterwards. That's all I
Cut it
wanted to
off in the
say.
back. Cut it off in the back. And nipping it in the bud right away. You gotta turn off my stream in the. All right.
I would say if a 13-year-old.
Oh, he clicked off. I don't know what happened. But yeah, what I was saying was, if you see that one lawsuit with Diddy turned into $1 million because of the way that the lawsuit was handled, you're damn right that if you are a celebrity in anything coming after this point, you need to nip it in the bud quickly as far as your reputation goes. Now, again, people are going to believe what they want to believe, but I'd be damned if somebody made some type of egregious allegation like that and you think because I defend myself that makes me guilty. I feel like that's crazy. I feel like the implications that people are saying are crazy. Now, at the end of the day, again, I don't put it past no ninja, okay? I don't put it past none of these dudes. They capable of doing anything. So I'm not saying that he's not capable of what he's being alleged to do. All I'm saying is it don't make him guilty because he tried to defend himself. Now, Jay-Z back then is not the Jay-Z that we see now. And Jay-Z was into younger women, as most of these dudes were into younger women. All of the girls that they was with, Aaliyah, Beyonce, all of them was younger women. So I don't put it past no ninja at the end of the day, but that's all I'm saying is, child, I would be responding. But with that being said, I am going to log out. I'll catch y'all on the next one. And y'all let me know y'all opinions down below. I have a video that I'm going to drop a little bit later. I was going to drop it top of this morning, but because I just went live on this, you know, the algorithms don't let you drop back to back. So I'm going to drop another video that I've been working on for an entire week. I'm going to drop that later. It's the story of the kids that was sleeping on the porch, but you know, I did a real deep dive and I really got into some things in that story. So definitely check my page back a little bit later because I'm going to be dropping a video that I spent a whole week researching and going to town with. So check my page back, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and visit my website.